Guards turn the cell upside down in a hunt for drugs.
And knives that they stole from the kitchen and marijuana.
And I hear the confession of a teenage gang member.
You have to do something to get in the gang.
What kind of things?
You gotta like murder someone, or, you know?
I'm still in the remand section. I've just found out that all prisoners here are locked up for 23 hours a day. Some are sharing cells with 13 others. I want to feel what these conditions are like firsthand.
Can I come in and chat and look around with you guys?
Yes, man, sure.
Okay. Can I go in?
Sure, man.
So while the guard waits outside, I enter a cell of remanded murderers on my own.
The state of the cells was squalor, to be honest with you.
So it's a sleeping area, man, you know? It's a sleeping area. It's the bathhouse, man.
Got a little curtain, that's where they have their wash, they go to toilets, they bathe out a little bucket.
Toilet and stuff, you know?
They're all on bunk beds, no mattresses, you know, maybe just a little bit of foam.
We need some new stuff on this.
You know, you want any here? If you wet the bed, you're in trouble there. Oh, you have to wear, you know, you want to be the man on the top. Smell the disinfectant, shows Dettol's universal.
I'm just 19.
And 6 months after I graduated, I came to prison on murder, capital charge. Right now I'm presently remanded for going for 17 months. And I have no trial here at this moment.
You know, I'm an old man, but, you know, seriously, you know, my heart goes out to you guys, man. But listen, guys, I gotta go, you know. So respect you all. Thanks for showing me around yourself. Bless, man.
Yeah, man. Peace.
Take care, man. Bless.
Take us all up here, man. This place is rough.
Well, if I could take you, I'll take you, you know what I mean, and try and do something with you. Bless, man.
I felt quite moved that they asked me to take them out of there. I train young boys just like them back home in the UK, and I couldn't help but feel it was such a waste.
Just that they're so young, you know. Some of the guys are 19, you know, early 20s, and to think that, you know, the guy at 19 has been here 4 years. You know, I couldn't go to prison. I couldn't go to prison at all. I just, you know, couldn't do the time, so I wouldn't do the crime. How many times a day did I get this? One time. They feed them one a day? No, 2 times a day. Okay.
I planned to eat with the inmates, but after seeing the food slopped up in remand and the state of the fly-infested kitchen, there was no way I could eat here. It looked disgusting.
Taking out the beans, man. The beans is hard. Hard beans.
It's only day 2, and already I feel like I've been here a month. I've seen so much and time moves slowly here. The prison isn't just for adults. Kids as young as 14 are also imprisoned here. As a father and mentor to young people, I want to talk to some of these boys and to find out how they ended up behind bars. So early morning I head across to their military drill.
Right there! My front! With march!
I'm not sure whether it's because of their size, but some of these kids look like 12-year-olds. And again, these kids are just barely out of nappies, and they're here. They shouldn't be in a facility like this.
I'm particularly struck by one of the teenagers because of his intensity during the drill, and I want to find out his story. Adwan Usher is accused of shooting a man 5 times and removing his eyes.
So, Adwan, you're 17 years old?
Sir.
And how long have you been in these facilities?
15 months.
And what are you here for?
Murder.
Murder? Are you a part of a gang or something that you got into?
Sir.
Are you a blood or crypt? Which one?
Blood, sir.
You're blood.
Gang culture in Belize mimics Los Angeles, where the 2 main gangs are Crips and Bloods.
And, how do you get into a gang like that?
Sir, no, my mom and my father went to the United States for my living, so I've been in the streets from then,
Okay.
So I didn't got no one who, I think no one really cared for me, so I just went and hang out
And I think my homeboys really got love for me, you know. So I just hang out and do the real bad stuff, you know.
How old were you when you joined the gang?
I was joining the gang from I'm 12, you know.
12. So what kind of initiation? I mean, what do you have to do to get in the gang? You just hang out? I mean, do they make you do things to get in the gang?
Yes, sir. You have to do something to get in the gang. Huh?
What kind of things?
You gotta, like, murder someone or, you know.
Could you tell me, I mean, how many people, you know, does one have to kill to join the gang?
There's one. Any amount, you know. As long as you please. And show those guys that you are, you know, you are tough, you know.
Do you, like, have tattoos and things like that? What you do?
Sir, I show you a tattoo, sir. Got a tattoo on my neck, 20s.
Tattoos?
Yeah, and I got a tree on my chest.
So you're gonna kill 3 people?
No, I don't kill 3 people, no.
Well, it's only the 3 you can get.
No, important people.
Important. No, what do you mean by important people?
People with a family, you know. Someone, relative is close to you. You're gonna sacrifice, you know.
So how close?
Not really close, but close, you know what I'm saying?
Close enough. Cousins and stuff.
Yes, sir.
And how does it feel to kill someone?
Well, my behalf, feel no way, huh?
You feel? So?
I don't feel no way, man.
You don't feel no way at all? So it's easy. I mean, don't you, when you go home, don't you, you know, lay down in your bed and you think, God, this is what
No,
I
right?
do?
If you kill someone, right, who does you wrong, you don't feel no way, huh? But if you just kill someone for just, you know, you're gonna feel some way because that person don't do you nothing. But if someone disrespect you or something and you kill him, you know, you're gonna feel like you take off a stress off your back, you know. Because if someone gonna tell you they're gonna kill you, what are you gonna think? I'm gonna kill him first before he kill me, you know? It's like that. I hurt a lot of innocent people, you know.
I mean, if you ever decide to leave the gang, I mean, could you leave, or is it something that you just, you know, once you're in, you're there?
So if you're in, you know. Blood in, blood out. If you're gonna leave, you're gonna die, you know.
I'll tell you, seriously, that took a lot out of me. He's a young kid, 17 years old, and, you know, I'm a big guy, and I would hate to have met him before, you know, outside these facilities. Because, I mean, the guy's, he's serious. I mean, he wouldn't admit to the exact number, but he would admit to killing, you know, a lot of people, and for no apparent reason at all. So this is, you know, a teenage, callous, you know, murderer, and he hasn't got a conscience.
There are nearly 40 women in Belize prison, and after the shock of meeting Adwan, it's a relief to come across such a domestic scene.
I'm Linford.
Until I start talking to them.
Why are you here?
I'm here for murder.
Murder?
Yeah.
I mean, I got to step back.
No, man.
Who did you murder?
My brother.
You?
My brother.
Oh, your brother. Oh. Temper.
Long story.
Long story. You going to tell me a little bit?
No, it's just we couldn't breathe. You know?
Shit happens, huh? Okay. Is he a younger or older brother?
He was younger than me. He was 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what did you bore him with?
Huh?
What did you bore him with?
Oh, it was a knife.
It was a knife. His first time in prison?
First time in prison.
Okay, so I mean, you know, you don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
And so, what's life been like while you've been here?
In here, sometimes I'm cool, sometimes it's like hell.
You got any remorse? I mean,
No?
you have no regrets?
No.
Oh, that's harsh. It's your brother.
I have no regrets right now.
So you have no remorse whatsoever.
No.
You think he deserved it?
No, I didn't think that, but in a kind of way, I had to do what I gotta do because he was gonna do me too.
I just couldn't put these women and the violent crimes they'd committed together. They could have been my sisters, and I felt uneasy. Some of the women turned to each other for comfort.
The relationship is going by smoothly so far. Yes, we have our ups and downs, but every relationship has the ups and downs.
How do they feel about you and Vanessa being a couple?
They don't like it, but they can't really stop it. They try to stop it, but we find other ways how to get around.
Okay, so then how do the other prisoners treat you then?
Well, they get used to us. They just leave us alone. But there's still some snitches in the place, you know, but...
It's illegal. Oh, so it is illegal then?
Yes, it's illegal.
These two consider themselves men. So the two men live together in one cell. She's the man, she's a man.
We talk about the girls.
Oh, I see. Like I would do.
Yeah.
She goes in a month's time.
Yeah.
So then what are you going to do? You're going to find yourself another friend, or?
Not really. I don't really intend to, but we're going to keep contact with each other.
And then when you get, eventually, she's going to wait for you.
I guess that's what she said.
Let me ask, are you going to wait for her, Vanessa? That's love, is it? Ooh, that's nice. I was about to find out the penalty for getting caught in a same-sex relationship.
How long is your sentence in prison?
3 months. I should go home on Monday.
But instead you're spending your time in isolation?
I only do 2 weeks out of my time in here.
Why are you in here?
Because they caught me with a girl in my cell, you know. I was just hugging her and maybe giving her a little kiss. And the officer rolled up on us and, you know, she just punished me, you know. She just punished me because she said that I was the one.
Who instigated it?
Who instigated it, you know.
What's it like, being in isolation?
Hot, a lot of flies, a lot of roach, a lot of lizard.
Yeah, I'm getting the flies out here, so I can imagine.
Yeah, in here is not very nice, man.
It's grim. It's kind of grim, huh?
Yeah, I sleep on the floor.
No mattress?
No mattress, one sheet, that's it. No
So
light, very dark at night.
Are you afraid of cockroaches?
Woo! Yes, what? I'm afraid. I don't like those. I don't like those. I don't sleep at night. I look out for the roaches, man. You know what?
Well, the isolation room, that was pretty grim. You know, I mean, the young lady told me she was in there and flies and cockroaches, and it's a tiny place. But, you know, I mean, to be honest, I think it could be worse. It could be worse than that. I mean, she's in there and it's dark and she said she can't sleep because, you know, the cockroaches will crawl on her face and stuff like that. Maybe then, it's the first time in there, maybe she won't come back. To be in a same-sex relationship is not tolerated here at all. Although, from what I've been told by some of the other young ladies, it does happen. But you just got to be a bit more discreet with it.
I'm halfway through my time in Belize Central Prison. I've never met such dangerous criminals or experienced such awful conditions. But the maximum security section is in a league of its own. This really feels like a hardcore prison.
Makes you wonder what kind of life this is though, really, to live. I would not want to live here.
After the shock of remand and talking to Edwan, I'm surprised that anything else could affect me.
To me, this is worse than remand. You know, it's just, I mean, this really isn't no life. I mean, to me, this is below squalor. Absolutely below squalor.
The officers have had a tip-off that sharp objects had been stashed in one of the cells. They launched into an on-the-spot search. By now, I'd built up a bit of a rapport with the inmates, so I just watched from the sidelines.
Okay, they found stuff, but they go in and they wreck the place and they don't even put it back together. And you know, watching some of the guards there, I mean, the guy in the little curtain there, and they just ripped everything down. And it's, I don't know. I mean, for me, sometimes they're gonna do what they gotta do, but you know, it's a little bit of violation.
The school and the FAR use it in their cell as weapon, tools, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why we don't let them keep them.
Okay, so what's the worst thing you found in the cell?
Well, normally it's like a 4-inch bore or maybe a knife that they stole from the kitchen and marijuana. Yeah.
So, and what's the repercussion then? Are they in trouble?
Yeah, because then normally when we conduct a search, we ask them to declare whatever they have before we conduct the search. If they does not declare what they have and we found it in the cell, we normally charge them, send them to the isolation area.
So is drugs a problem here in the prison?
Yeah.
To what extent?
Oh, about 99%, you know. Yeah, because then what they use that, like, most of them all to recreate our mind so that we don't have to think about out there.
How does it get into the prison in the first place?
Well, what happened from time to time, we caught officers trafficking drugs. Then we have the work gangs, because we have guys that go to work outside on gangs and they will bring it in. So that is where they
contraband. So then the officers of court, they become inmates.
Yeah.
Because there's only one prison in Belize, any prison staff caught breaking the law will end up here with the men they once guarded. Coming up, slaughter in the prison.
Oh.
Look away if you're squeamish.
I'll never eat chicken again.
I get to know men living in the shadow of the gallows.
Sometimes they bring a coffin or two to get us, you know.
You agitate.
Right, yeah.
And hear stories of chilling brutality.
Now I see a hand, like fire so, a hand, jump out of the cell right in front of me.